Alright, in this video, what we're going to talk about is just the influence of the inverted W arm action. Too often we look at the inverted W and there's just so many different descriptions and opinions of what really it is, and the bottom line is that I think we look in the wrong direction for the solution. So I want to give you an example of the excuse me, picture on the right with inverted W. And I'm going to start to slow it down. And with the inverted W, you're going to see at this point there's foot contact, there's foot brace. So the common denominator I'm going to use for this example being that you can't say specifically when the foot has braced, when that foot's contacted and then it's braced. So I'm going to look for a flex of the calf. And there we go. You can see at this point just the position of the hand underneath the elbow, so to speak. So let's go back, foot contact, foot brace, and you can see where the hand rests beneath the elbow. Now on the left, same guy, 45 minutes later, same arm action. You can see as he starts to take it out, it's really upside down. Reminds me of another guy that I had, Rex Brothers, who's with the Rockies, had a very similar type arm action. But what you're going to notice is just the timing difference. So the question becomes, what influences the timing? What is influencing the timing of the arm action to where he's getting in a better position to throw arms, the front legs flex, you can see the calf. But look at the difference between the two positions in the arm. Some will argue, well, he's hit the ground there. Well, even so, I mean, we're still in a much better position. You'll see Tim Lincecum is around that position right there at foot strike. So I'm gauging on the calf. You can see, and he's in a much better position to throw. So we're going to backtrack here a little bit. On the right, let's start it here. And we're going to watch this in quarter speed. And I want you to pay particular attention to the center part of his body. And I hate going through slow motion. I really like to give you a feel of the high speed first so you can get some an idea of momentum and rhythm, tempo, but we're going to go slow. You can see a very passive center. And what I mean by the passive center is that it doesn't give me the impression. I see him start to push it out, but I really don't see him start to project that center. Also, you're going to notice that breaks the hands relatively soon, so the hands are just forced to hang out just a bit. It's almost like loitering. They have nowhere to go, so they're going to take a little bit longer path. As far as the lower body, watch the front knee. You're going to see it gives the impression that it's actually pulling the back hip to open. So when I look at the picture on the right, I'm seeing a very passive lower body. I'm seeing a front hip dominated lower body, meaning the front hip is actually attempting to pull the back. That's not how we want the hips to rotate. Ideally, we're looking for the back hip to be the aggressor. We're going to transfer power from back to front. And with a lot of the high-level throwers, as I've said many, many times, we're looking for the back hip to be the aggressor. It's what's opening the front hip, and you can see here that's not occurring. So the front leg has braced. You can see where he's at. And then we're starting to go. All right, now on the left, we're going to go slower again. Calves there, and look at the position of the arm action. So I'm going to let you go right here, full speed. All right, now we tested a couple of cues. You guys that's been out there that are involved with the Mastermind system, we use a lot of feel with that. It's really based on the individual because no two individuals will ever feel the exact same thing. So you can't tell them what to feel. It's more about asking them questions of what they feel, how would they describe it. And one of the cues that we had used, we tested several was the idea of shorter arm path, faster arm path. What's the influence on the glove? Because you're going to see that the arm has several influencers. We call that peer pressure. The glove can influence what the arm does. But anytime we see an issue up top, we're going to check the bottom. Anytime we see something on the right, we're going to check the left, vice versa. So on the left, the only thing that he did besides using the connection belt, which obviously assists in transporting that center mass at a higher speed. By doing so, it creates a peer pressure effect that forces the arm to go faster. Not only that, but we're starting to activating the stretch reflex across the rib cage. But he simply was more aggressive. His term was to sit on the back leg. So once he got a feel for that, he was able to project it. By sitting, gave him the impression of forcing the center to move at a little bit higher of a speed. And then you're going to see the position in the arm action. There versus the passive center. There. So there. So my point being with this video is that arm actions, one, is very difficult to change. It's resistant to change, but it's not ever about positions. Whenever we're seeing something with the arm, it's got to be a holistic approach. It's a system. It's not simply by focusing on trying to, I hate to use the word, connect the arm, because I don't believe that's the proper terminology, because it's not about a position. It's about influencing the arm to take a shorter path, to take a faster path from breakthrough release, and that's exactly what this pitcher was able to do. By projecting the center part of his body faster, he simply influenced the arm to move faster.